prepper tip. Now, this is just me walking. And I know I'm walking with my dog Tino here, but this is more of a personal guide and more so a prepper tip. Physical fitness is going to become very important. If you can't get to emergency services, if you can't get to your fancy protein shake, if you can't get to your yoga class, your martial arts class, your boxing class, learn what you can do in terms of low impact exercising while also keeping yourself in shape. This is where having dogs comes in handy. But this hill here, I picked this hill to climb up 4 times a day. And this hill, as you can see, has very muddy ground. That's why I'm wearing these heavy mud boots here. And it's hard to climb up this hill when it's muddy like this, but that's the point. That's why I go up and down this hill with my boy Tino. The puppies can't handle this hill yet. They tried, and one of them fell asleep halfway along the journey. But let me tell you, man, physical fitness is going to become extremely important. This is why I focus so much on keeping myself fit. Now, let me tell you something about men in particular, men who watch this. Men, as you get older, you want to get rid of those bulky muscles, or if you're obese, you're overweight, you may want to drop some pounds. Because you know those people like Tom Brady, LeBron James, I mean, you just look at the list. Over time, they didn't gain muscle, they didn't bulk up, they tried to slim down a little bit. LeBron was once, I think, 260, 270. Yeah, he dropped that pound. Yeah, because as you get older, the more weight you hold on yourself, on those ankles, on those knees, and the more weight you put on that back, man, let me tell you something. That back pain is no joke. A lot of you young guys, y'all sit there and take that as a freaking joke. Man, let me tell you, back pain is nothing to play with, yo. So, you gotta think to yourself, what's gonna happen if a hurricane comes, earthquake comes, wildfire comes, and I'm out of shape? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen if you live in the middle of the woods somewhere, you get a wildfire? Yeah, keeping yourself in shape is what allows you to hold your breath a little bit longer so you don't breathe in all that freaking smoke. It also allows you to run for longer. Say you get attacked by a wild animal and you're out of shape. Say you have an active shooter out there and you're out of shape. It's hard to dodge a bullet even while you're in shape. So physical fitness is next to your 72-hour bag, next to all your food preps, next to all your home defense preps, next to all your animals, next to your community. The most important prep you can make is physical fitness. Now, a lot of you have this thing where you want people to give you a list of things to do or how to do it. Listen, how you exercise is how you exercise. But the one thing I wouldn't focus on is how you run. This is why I took that hill. And sometimes I run up and down that hill because that offers resistance. I ain't got to do a bunch of weight training then. Okay? How you run and how you travel for a long distance. So what I would suggest that you do, if you want to practice walking 5 to 10 miles. See if you can reach that goal and see if you can push further. Because you got to travel from place to place. You got to get an evacuation order. You don't know what could happen. So in all those scenarios, you need to be able to move and carry things. I would suggest that if you want to do a workout, you can get a weighted book bag or get a book bag and put some bricks in it and carry as far as you can go. Because that's going to help you long term, not just in your own physical fitness, but also in case you got to carry someone. Say you have a house fire, you got to go and rescue someone and pull them out. Well, let me go and tell you, carrying someone who is not assisting you in carrying that weight, let me go and tell you, it's a lot harder than it freaking sounds. Even people who lift weights all the time find trouble with that sometimes, depending on the size of the person. And some people in America are a little heavy. So some of y'all need to really get on that, because I'm telling you, in an emergency situation, You being physically fit will allow you to pull yourself out of a hole, pull yourself out of being barricaded or buried. It allows you to have the cardiovascular strength and also to have the lung capacity, right, to scream for help if you need it. So I know it seems like all kind of practical common sense advice, but if you look around America these days, how many people are following it? So I'm telling people this because oftentimes some of you have this issue where you don't want to work out, you don't want to drop pounds, but then say you get trapped somewhere like in your car after a car wreck and somebody got to come get the jaws of life to come and get you out. Now all of a sudden you so heavy that it's hard to pull you out, or as they're pulling you out, you getting scratched up by glass and metal. Had you been a little bit smaller, you could be able to be pulled out a little bit easier. I'm just telling you, man, being physically fit, working on your personal weight. Listen, you're not going to be Adonis. I'm not telling you to be Adonis. Not telling you to be Kratos, the god of war. Not telling you to be, China from the WWE. I'm telling you that it is possible to take where you are and improve it. That's it. That's it. The more physically fit you are, the more you can breathe while walking, the longer you can walk, and the more that you can carry matters in a SHTF situation, or poop hits the fan scenario. So that's my prepper tip. Please get in shape.